The Roman Empire was once the world's greatest superpower, stretching from Britain to Egypt. Its roads, cities and laws connected millions, and its army was unmatched. For centuries Rome enjoyed peace and prosperity, what we call the Pax Romana. But even the strongest empires can fall. Over time, cracks appeared, leadership faltered, borders weakened, and the economy stumbled. The decline was slow, like a sickness spreading through the body. Historians have long debated why Rome collapsed, but it's clear the fall was complex, with many causes. We'll explore how weak rulers, outside attacks, economic troubles, and a changing society all played a part. The story of Rome's fall isn't just history, it's a lesson in how even mighty civilizations can become vulnerable. By understanding Rome's collapse, we learn the importance of strong leadership, unity, and adaptability. Let's journey back in time to uncover why this magnificent empire fell, and what it means for us today. The rise and fall of Rome is a story for the ages. Rome's government became its own worst enemy. In later years, choosing a new emperor was chaotic. Generals fought civil wars for the throne. This constant infighting wasted resources and destroyed cities. Emperors came and went rapidly, often killed by rivals or their own soldiers. Corruption flourished. Officials took bribes, stole tax money, and sold offices. Ordinary people lost trust in their leaders, and tax money meant for the army vanished. The empire's vast size made it hard to govern. Orders took weeks to reach distant provinces. Local governors acted like kings, sometimes ignoring Rome entirely. The very scale that once made Rome great now made it unmanageable. Political chaos and corruption left the empire weak and divided. Rome's leadership crisis set the stage for disaster. As Rome weakened within, threats from outside grew stronger. For centuries, Rome fought off barbarian groups like the Goths, Vandals, and Franks. Over time, these groups united and learned Roman tactics, becoming formidable enemies. Civil wars left Rome's borders exposed, and invasions became more frequent. The arrival of the Huns pushed other tribes into Roman lands, leading to chaos. Mistreatment of refugees like the Goths led to rebellion and the shocking Roman defeat at Adrianople. Soon, the Western Empire's borders were overrun. Vandals seized North Africa, Franks took Gaul, and in 410 AD, the Visigoths sacked Rome itself. For the first time in centuries, Rome fell to a foreign enemy. These invasions shattered the empire's sense of security. The Western Empire lost control, and the end was in sight. External threats exposed Rome's growing weakness. The empire's borders, once strong, became impossible to defend. The fall was now inevitable. Rome's economy, once mighty, began to crumble. The empire stopped expanding, so new wealth and slaves dried up. To pay for its huge expenses, the government raised taxes, crushing farmers and small businesses. Many lost their land, widening the gap between rich and poor and fueling unrest. Inflation soared as emperors debased the currency, making money nearly worthless. Trade collapsed, wars and invasions made roads and seas dangerous, isolating provinces. People reverted to bartering, and local economies replaced the once vast Roman market. The economic crisis weakened every part of society. With less money, the army and government faltered. Rome's financial collapse made recovery impossible. The empire's prosperity vanished, leaving only hardship. Economic decay was a key reason for Rome's fall. The Roman army, once the empire's backbone, fell into crisis. Plagues and poverty meant fewer Romans joined the legions. To fill the ranks, emperors hired mercenaries, often from the same tribes threatening Rome. These soldiers fought for pay, not loyalty, and sometimes turned against Rome. Civil wars drained resources and pitted Roman against Roman, leaving borders exposed. Training and equipment declined as money ran out. The once disciplined legions became a patchwork of unreliable units. Rome could no longer defend itself from invasion. The army's decline left the empire fatally vulnerable. Military weakness sealed Rome's fate. Rome's vast size became unmanageable, so Emperor Diocletian split the empire in two. The east, with its wealth and cities, was governed from Constantinople. The west, poorer and under attack, struggled from Italy. At first, this division helped, but soon, the two halves drifted apart. The east spoke Greek, the west Latin. Their cultures and priorities diverged. When the west faced invasions, the east often did little to help. The west lost access to the east's resources and support. The division meant to save Rome left the west isolated and weak. In 476 AD, the Western Empire fell, while the east survived as the Byzantine Empire. The split doomed the West, ensuring only half the empire would endure. The division was a turning point in Rome's downfall. Unity was lost, and with it, Rome's strength. Amid Rome's troubles, Christianity rose from a persecuted faith to the empire's official religion. Its message of hope and community attracted the poor and marginalized. Emperors like Constantine legalized Christianity, and soon it became dominant. Some argue this shift changed Roman values. Military glory gave way to spiritual focus. The church grew powerful, sometimes clashing with emperors and creating new divisions. Religious debates and conflicts distracted leaders from urgent threats. Christianity transformed Roman society for better and for worse. The new faith was both a source of unity and a cause of conflict. Rome's fall wasn't caused by one problem, but by many, all at once. Political chaos weakened the army, invasions worsened the economy, economic collapse fueled unrest. Each crisis made the others worse, creating a downward spiral. The division of the empire left the West alone against overwhelming odds. Social changes like the rise of Christianity added new challenges. Imagine a building with a weak foundation battered by storms and fire. That was Rome. No single disaster destroyed it, but together, they were unstoppable. The empire's systems broke down under the weight of so many crises. Rome's collapse was a slow, tangled process. The perfect storm of problems proved too much to survive. The Western Empire fell, but its story endures. The lessons of Rome's fall still echo today. In 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire ended. A slow collapse, not a single event. Political chaos, invasions, economic ruin, and division all played their part. The last emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed, but Rome's influence lived on. The fall marked the end of the ancient world and the start of the Middle Ages. Rome's story is a warning. Even the greatest civilizations can fall if their foundations crack. Its legacy shapes us still. Our languages, laws, architecture, and roads all trace back to Rome. The lessons of Rome's rise and fall remain relevant for every society. The Roman Empire's end was not the end of its impact. Its achievements and failures continue to inspire and caution us. Rome's story is a mirror for our own world. The empire may have fallen, but its legacy endures. The rise and fall of Rome will always capture our imagination. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and activate the bell so you never miss an update.